Hey, Lyle.
Jake, how you been?
Good. So we're back. You're back in the hot seat again here. We did this, 6 years ago?
Yeah.
And we sat down and talked about your training experience at the old Picote facility. And you guys came in and spent some time with us then. But introduce yourself and tell us about your company real quick.
Okay, my name is Lyle Trottier. I'm with Rooter MD. I'm the systems engineer and also run the lining crew and also run the commercial part. We're a family-owned plumbing company up in the Detroit area, Michigan. We do trenchless work, sewer repair, along with service, residential, commercial, industrial work.
Awesome. And we've known each other a good long time. As I mentioned, we did an interview like this about 6 years ago, and it's been interesting to work with you guys over the years and watch your success and the changes inside of your business. And we met at the Wet Show just recently, and you guys are continuing to grow and advance in the area of trenchless rehabilitation. And thankfully, you've decided to come and work with us here at APS. And so you've just wrapped up a week of training here at APS. You guys came in on Monday. You're getting ready to leave here shortly. And it sounds like you're going to be leaving with some goodies here. So I see the Speedy Light VX UV curing system and the new House Liner Exo Drum, which is an awesome piece of equipment to match with this. So how's your experience been this week?
Oh, the experience has been fabulous. The materials that we're working with, and just to back up a bit with being at the Wet Show, our purpose this year down there was to expand on our lining and to take a look at some of the new technologies that were out there and kind of upgrade what we're doing.
Yeah.
And you guys down there were fabulous. Spent a lot of time talking, looking at some of the stuff that you had. Also, we got to meet one of your customers who was great to talk with and giving us some insight. You guys always have a good reputation. And also a super support staff, which makes everything that much easier.
Yeah.
So the decision we made to come on up here, take a look at and get our hands on some of the newer technology, we brought some of the guys with us to go through the training. And, everybody from you guys up in the office, Ari, Chris back here training with us all week, was just fabulous as far as showing us the things that are out there, how to take this new technology, work with it, and then also enough to give us hands off and say, okay, guys, show me what you learned.
Yeah.
And it's not just a matter of just coming up here, sitting down, listening to somebody talk. The guys are getting their hands on the equipment,
right,
setting things up, and, kind of gives them the confidence when they leave of, hey, this is so much more improved over what we've been doing.
Yeah.
That, we'll have good success with it.
Sure. Yeah. So what do you think of the Speedy Light? I mean, you guys have been doing hot water, steam. I mean, you've been doing different types of cure methods. This is your first step into using a light cure. What's been your experience with the Speedy Light this week?
The biggest thing with it is for the amount of years that I've been involved in the lining is actually taking the time frame out of your head.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not, oh my God, we've got the resin out, start the clock and you're on it. It makes it's so much more relaxed to just be able to keep working with the product, not worrying about anything till you've got the light in there.
Yeah.
And also the ability of, hey, you know what, we're having a little bit of trouble. Let's get this section cured off and see if it'll give us a hand. Even to the point we ended up bringing one of the liners that we test shot. We're able to just roll it all the way back, redo it, shoot it right out. And there's no worry about the time crunch, oh my God, this is going to cure off on us.
Yeah.
And the light itself, it's very easy to use, user-friendly.
Yeah.
And being able to sit there and watch as the liner cures right on the screen.
Yeah. Yeah, it's invaluable. Gives you really good control. Risk management, just really, really helpful from the standpoint of making sure that you have the time allocated to get your liner in properly so those intricate installs can be a success without a whole lot of stress. So that's kind of awesome. What do you think of the new Exo drum? And you guys you've been you've been using this all week. You're going to leave with one of these, and you've also been using the house liner materials, which is also new to you. So new curing system, new inversion tank, and new materials and resin. So what does that look like for you with the tank and the new materials?
Oh, the tank is much smaller, compact, easier to move around. The viewing window, great for not only seeing what's going on, but also being able to get into the tank, move things around, adjust things. The house liner material it's like a dream to work with.
Yeah, it's great stuff.
It wets out like it just almost wets itself out, basically.
Yeah, right.
It truly does. It goes through multiple bends. We didn't have, issues with that.
Yeah.
And the factor of working with it and working with the numbers, with what was taught, is putting us tremendously closer to what we weren't able to do before, is where we're trying to end a liner.
Yeah.
It's taken a lot of the guesswork out of where's this liner going to end up, how close can we be.
Yeah.
And it's just a matter of going through simple calculations, and it puts you spot on every time.
Yeah. Yeah, I came out a couple of times and noticed configuration of several different bends through Ys. So you were doing some lead-ins, starting your liner after connections, going through a few bends, and then 4 to 6 inch transitions, which is big in your market, and then being able to bang stop right where you need to. And a couple of those I saw just went really well. The last one that the guys did, where they were completely hands off, I noticed Chris wasn't even hand holding anybody. They just were able to implement that and land that thing right where it needed to land. And that's, I know from experience, that's a huge deal, especially in your market as well.
Oh, it most definitely is. And, up in the Michigan areas you're familiar with, our setup is a little bit different with having a combination storm and sanitary system. So for us, when we started looking to, upgrade our lining, we have a very specific need.
Yeah, right.
And the remote start, like you talked about, is one of the things that keeps this kind of a trenchless /
That's right.
no dig option for people.
Yeah.
And it wasn't something that was easy for us to find.
Yeah.
That's what's been something that's been a little bit difficult, is trying to upgrade.
Yeah.
And you guys, it performs absolutely perfect. And with using the house liner now, you don't have a separate bladder assembly. You've just got a small short tail.
Yep.
And then you just take and grind off real quick that remote start that you have, and you got a perfect liner.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. Well, we sure appreciate you guys being here, putting your trust in APS. We're glad to have you guys a formal part of you. I feel like you've always been a part of our family, but now the APS family, here, and we're really looking forward to working with you guys and nurturing the relationship and helping you guys succeed and grow in this part of the business. So thanks so much again for being here, and we wish you guys safe travels back and look forward to working with you. Thanks so much, brother.
Thank you, Jake. Thank you.
And cut.
Lyle's a star, man. He makes interview. I remember last time I was like, it was just so easy.
Oh, and that was so, because we were getting ready to leave, and he sits down and he goes, well, how about a quick interview? And Brian's like,
he just nailed it, dude. He nailed it, man. Great job.